Hello everyone and welcome back to MK's Aviation. So today we're doing the second installment of the model news videos. So for those of you who do not know, this is just kind of a concept first started by Citrus Aviation. His model news video actually came out today, so be sure to go check that out. It's awesome. I watched it from start to end. It's got Aviation 18, so after you're done with this one, go check it out. It covers some of the stuff we'll talk about in this video, but this video will also cover some different stuff and just different aspects that his did not touch on. So yeah, we're doing the May model news update. I apologize for being somewhat late. I just wasn't able to access a computer until now, and then also Gemini Jet still apparently doesn't know how the calendar works. So yeah, there was that aspect as well. So for my videos, there's 3 topics. The first of which is releases, so just different releases by the manufacturers. We'll dive in depth on those and just talk about them. Or were they good, bad, bland, whatever. The second category is orders. These are just orders that I've personally made for the particular month. And then the final category is predictions / wants, which is basically me just predicting which models are going to come out next. And yeah, so with that being said, let's just begin the video. So just some news that doesn't really fit into either 3 categories that I don't really have a set category for, just because it's kind of hit or miss every other month. So we have some new molds just to briefly talk about. We have the Tupolev 204 molds that have been announced. Aviation 18 and yesterday's airlines both did something on that. You can go check it out if you want to. And then another mold, that new mold, is the Aviation 400 A380 mold. So that's kind of an interesting one. I'm sure they'll do some great stuff with it. I'm not really sure what there is still to be released out of the A380s, so I'm sure we'll get some great models from that one. And yeah, that's really it for molds, and we'll jump right into releases. So I think we'll just go ahead and take a look at the releases in the order that they came out in. So starting off first, we have the NG models May releases. Now these were some really pretty good releases. We had some great models. The United 737-700s, one in the new livery and one in the Star Alliance livery. Now, I did say at first that I wasn't really sure, I didn't think there was that much demand for them. And that's kind of a false statement. There is a lot of demand for them. I guess what I was trying to say is, if we're trying to make realistic airports, then we really don't need a bunch of United 737-700s. We need more the 900s and the 800s, but I'm sure there's a lot of people who really haven't had any United 737-700s, as I believe Gemini Jets has only released one, and that was the only other ones. Putting that aside, both those are great releases. We got in 1 and 200 the Nike Gulfstream. That one is going to be very popular. There's also some kind of miscellaneous Lockheed L1011s, one in the Royal Jordanian old livery, I guess. That was kind of an interesting one. And then we also got the Worldways Canada L1011. So yeah, 2 really unknown airlines that I have never heard of. And then also for the 787s, we got some pretty cool ones. We got the Ethiopian 787 and the Etihad F1 787. Now, the Ethiopian one I won't be getting because I literally just picked up the Beijing one that came out about a month ago. So yeah, I won't be getting that one. Also, the Etihad one, I might get it, but the thing is with this one is that I know for a fact that JC Wings and I believe Phoenix has both released this one, so this is the 3rd one. So and I believe you can still get either both of them or at least one of them. So yeah, it's not really going to be a high demand model on the top of my list. And then also we had the ANA 787. Now this one would have been really nice and I would have got it if it was a 900, but it's a 1000, so I really don't need it. Also, we have the Vistara 737-800. I really like that one. I'm not going to get it because I don't need it, but I like that one. And then we also got a Malaysia 737-800 as well. So that was basically the highlights of this release. Now we'll take a look at the awesome Aviation 400 releases. Alright, so just taking a look at these releases now, we have some awesome ones, headed off really by the Etihad 777-300ER. Now I mentioned this one briefly in my top 10 favorite airline liveries video. If you haven't seen that, go check it out, link should be in the top. That this model did come out and that I probably wouldn't be getting it as they're retiring all their 777s. But from what I've seen, Aviation 400 is some of the most highest quality models you can get. So the Air New Zealand will be really cool. The Singapore Airlines 777-300, that'll be really nice. There's also some other cool ones like the United and the Swiss Air 777-300. I might end up going for the Swiss Air one, maybe. I already have an A330, so I don't really need it. Two that I'm definitely going to go for is the Virgin Atlantic A350-1000 and the Qatar Airways A350-1000. I'm going to pre-order those pretty soon here, so yeah, those are going to be really nice. Some awesome releases. They specialize in the A350s and 777s, so that's really cool. And yeah, that's basically it for the Aviation 400 releases. Now I believe the Phoenix models releases actually came out before the Aviation 400 ones did, but I just kind of skipped over them. So we'll go back now and take a look at those. Probably the two highlights out of these releases were the Thai Airways 777-300ER and the Qatar Airways A350-1000. Now as I said, I will be going for the Aviation 400 Qatar A350 just because I don't really like Phoenix's mold on the A350. I think that landing gear is too high. As well, we did get an Aviation A320, which is pretty cool. And then two other ones that are probably going to sell out here are the ANA 777-200 in the Starlines for ANA livery. And then we also got the Kalitta/DHL 777F. So yeah, these are really nice releases by Phoenix, your typical Phoenix release. Yeah, really nothing much to say there. Moving on to the JC Wings releases, we have two for this month. First one were the blank models, so for customization purposes. As you can tell, a lot of them have sold out, as you can see here. And then also, just a couple weeks ago, we got their like actual releases, I guess. So we got some pretty cool ones, headed off mainly by the Singapore DC-10. That's a pretty cool model. And then just some other miscellaneous stuff in here. We have a Mongolian 767. That's very cool. Never heard of that airline before, so that's kind of cool. JC Wings has a superb 767 mold, so that'll be nice. The Singapore Max 8, that's a pretty good model. Other than that, we got another JC Wings ANA 787-10. Now, we've already gotten one of those, at least one of those already, so really not going to be much demand there. And then we got a FDA E170. So other than that, those are pretty much the highlights out of that release. And then finally, we got the Gemini Jets releases for, I guess they're calling it June, really for May. They skipped May, so yeah. Just taking a look at these. First, I was kind of annoyed that we waited so long and just got kind of meh releases. But after I went back and take a look, these releases really are pretty good. So there's really a lot for everyone, a couple models each. I'm going to make a video kind of like how to make the perfect like set of releases, so that'll be coming soon. So as I said, there's really something for everyone in these releases. We have the European model as in the Wizz Air A320. We got a American model from the SkyWest CRJ 700. We have an Australian model with the Rex Regional 737-800 that just, even the like CGI looks bad with the wing flex, but that's a topic for another time. We've got a retro model in the Transworld 757. Now I'm really tempted to get this one. I might end up getting like this one in the Eastern Air 757 eventually. Probably not going to get it very soon, but I might end up getting it. We have a freight model in the UPS MD-11 That one's pretty nice. I'll end up getting that one just because I do Louisville, obviously, so I'll need at least one of those. And then we got an Antonov 124, so that was pretty good. Apparently that mold's not the greatest, as I've heard people say, so I have no experience, but apparently that's the case. It's unfortunate if that's the case, but yeah, I don't have any experience with that. So then we got some military stuff as well. We have an Australian P-8 Poseidon and a French Air Force A330, or the MRTTs as they are called. So yeah, really something for everyone out of these releases, and yeah, really can't complain about them. So yeah, hopefully there'll be some pretty key models that I was expecting to get out of all of these releases that we just didn't get, that I'll go over in my predictions. And yeah, and with that being said, we'll go on to orders. Now moving on to the second segment, which is orders. We had a lot of orders this month. So first for the orders, we have kind of the infamous order of the Gemini Jet CRJ 900 for American. Now it doesn't look like I'm going to get any of these models, as I've said in the previous video. It's kind of unfortunate. So yeah, the next order was also for the Gemini Jet's April releases. Now total I got 6 of those. As I said, 3 of them are not coming because they're the American CRJ 900s. Now the next order was from DG Pilot for the other 3. I decided to get the Emirates A380, the FedEx MD-11, and the Royal Jordanian 787. All fantastic models from the looks of it. Hopefully they get here soon so I can do an unboxing video for them. That was the second order. Hopefully those will be really great models. They look like it from the pictures. Now the second order that I made was from Panda Fox Toys on eBay. I ordered a United 787-9 in the new livery, and I also ordered a Delta Airbus A220-300. So those will be nice additions to my Delta and United fleet. They're 2 models that I've just kind of been putting off and decided not to put off any longer. I think they're actually out sitting in my mailbox currently, so once I'm done with this, I'll have to go get that. Now the next order I made was also from eBay. I got another NG Models Delta A321, because you can never have enough Delta A321s if you're going to do a Delta hub, so pick that one up. The only thing with this one was there's a bit of glue residue on it, whether to be seen how severe it is. However, it was like $37 total, so that was a great deal, including tax and shipping, so I kind of just had to pounce considering how rare the NG A321s are. I also made one last order this month, in the month of May, but I'm not going to tell you guys what that'll be, as it is going to be another mystery unboxing. I will say though, if you watch the channel and pay close attention in the videos, you might have some idea which model this is, and if you have a guess, leave it down below. Now, moving on to the third and final segment, we have predictions. Now, this month, the reason I was not as impressed with this month's releases as I was in months prior is just because there was a lot of new airlines that they could have made models for, or models that I thought they could have made that they just didn't. Now, probably in reality it's just due to licensing issues, obviously not for NG, because they kind of just throw all care to the wind when it comes to licensing, but Gemini Jets, they do take their licensing quite seriously, so that's probably why they didn't make them. Now the first model that I was wanting them to make was the Avelo 737. I was certain that someone was going to make it this month, that just didn't happen. So I'm sure next month we'll probably get one. I'd have to guess from NG or Gemini Jets. Another one was Breeze. I was really looking forward to getting a Breeze model. Now obviously that sounds kind of stupid the way I just said it. Obviously we're going to get a Breeze ERJ 190 someday. Just wasn't last month, so I'm sure that that's going to be coming soon. I have seen some people say that, well, they don't have an ERJ 195 mold. Well, JC Wings actually does have one. There's a Bamboo E195 currently that you can buy, so the mold, they do have a mold for it, so they should definitely be able to make it. Another one that I still think they're going to make pretty soon here is the United 737 MAX 9. Wouldn't be shocked at all if Gemini Jets came out with that one in the next month. Again, another one that I think we're going to get soon here is the JetBlue A220. That was one I was surprised not to see this past month, so I'm sure it's on the way. Yeah, some predictions that I said last month about the Alaska models and NG just making some of those. It doesn't really look like that's going to happen anymore, as NG has apparently gotten into some licensing issues with their Alaska models. Now hopefully this doesn't long term and that we can still get some fantastic NG models releases of the Alaska 737s, but just for the time being it looks like that might not be happening, which is really a shame. So yeah, that's kind of unfortunate. That's really gonna do it for this installment of model news. I hope you guys did enjoy it. Leave your thoughts and comments down below. Hopefully we're gonna get the NG releases here soon, because they actually know how the calendar works and how monthly releases should go. So hopefully we get those soon and we get some really nice models out of those. And that's really gonna do it for me, guys, and I'll see you in the next video. God bless.